my kind of dream is to create a space with enough freedom. Pallet racks are awesome. It's made of steel. They're not very hard to make. They're available all around the world. Basically every warehouse on the planet has pallet racks in them. One of which, sort of at the top of the pyramid, is doing your own startup. What does education look like in the current context? I feel that the world is really changed in some really fundamental ways, largely because of the internet. The Media Center, I feel like there's a couple of core components to it. One is, I feel like one of the main things that I'm trying to do right now is really take advantage of this moment in history where you know, all of a sudden we really have free access to all of the world's information. That there's, you know, mountains of video tutorials, web tutorials, you know, message boards, support groups, all oriented around like freely helping you learn Ruby programming. And so there's the potential to sort of work backwards from like seeing where the work is, what resonates with you as an individual, and then looking at like the free educational materials that'll help you sort of establish your skills and then potentially develop a little bit of a profile so that you can, you know, get up to the point where you can do this work. And that this feels really kind of right to me, also in the sense that it communicates the notion too that this process is going to be ongoing throughout your life. That, you know, you get up and you start being able to execute some simple work, and that as you're doing your work, you're very clear that there are jobs that you're not yet qualified to execute because they require a skill set that you don't have yet, which then gives you the impetus to go spend time learning that skill set, and then you bump up another salary level and you're doing jobs here, and that this can go up as high as you want and be as varied as you want, and that really life is much more about, you know, discovering your interests and exploring them and, you know, working with it, and that there's no hard line between when you're learning and when you're working, that these things go hand in hand throughout life. So this is the scenario that now, you know, we have all of this work that's available online, plus all of this training material that's available online. The basic materials of a laptop and an internet connection are fairly inexpensive and widely available. So now I feel the challenge is, like, what could we do as a center, like to put a program together around this that will help people sort of take advantage of this current scenario. It's not quite enough to tell people that, you know, there's work available online and the internet has all the information you need, so, you know, get to it. You know, at least with somebody younger, I feel that there still is a very significant role for human guidance and direction. That having personal contact with a teacher or a mentor can keep, you know, a student focused and on track and help them be more effective and efficient in exploring their own sort of career path or life path. But that relationship looks different than it used to. Like we should really look at sort of using people for much more of the human interaction, as opposed to having them simply regurgitate information in sort of a lecture format. That now we have YouTube and other things like that, so we don't have to lecture. Let's use people to really sort of have heart-to-heart conversations with people. You know, push people to go through a particular tutorial that seems like it was set up for somebody at their level, and then track them and see whether they're making progress. Maybe pair them up with a couple of other people who are trying to learn similar skills, so that they have a learning group. and then follow and see whether or not they're making it, and if they're having problems, having a conversation with them about, are they having problems for personal reasons? Are they having problems because of their study habits? Or are they having problems because of a genuine technical misunderstanding where they don't understand something and need help? So then maybe there's a role for like one level of people who are sort of these academic advisors who can have these conversations, track people, push people, add a sense of discipline to the learning path, and then also potentially connect people with experts. One of my beliefs is that